Right. Okay. So theory of social organic. David Xing asked about the Durkheim theory of social organic solidarity. Right. So that's an example of the cooperation, right? So human societies progress as they enhance their capacity to cooperate. And so actually what's really interesting here is that we have the growth of, we had multiple tiny societies, so which were able to cooperate at small scale. And then we reached, larger scale societies emerged, which could cooperate at a larger scale. So then we had a smaller number of bigger societies. And so this has kind of been the trend. But when we have a smaller number of bigger societies, these bigger societies are still competing against each other. So at each stage, though, so we started with one stage where we had many small societies internally cooperating but competing against each other. Then we reached a stage where there are larger societies, so higher level of internal cooperation, but still competing against each other. So now we've reached the stage of the planetary stage, where we have basically, a small number of major societies, which are have a high level of internal coordination, still at a high level of competition. So actually, and I'm going to talk about that toward the end of the class. So this is the crisis that humanity is facing today, is that how do we move to the next stage where we know how to all cooperate as human beings? We're actually probably in our lifetime, we will find out whether we can pass that stage, because either we will exterminate ourselves as human beings, or we will learn how to cooperate. I mean, right now, just look at the news every day. We're realizing that we don't know how to cooperate. And either through, look at COVID, it's getting whether it's internal to our society or between societies, it all depends on whether we can cooperate. The less we can cooperate, the longer the pandemic lasts, the greater the damage. And this is just the beginning. There will probably be worse kind of crises in the future. Or global warming, same thing. Or now we have the rivalry, between China and US. That could lead to a World War III or something. So how are we going to deal with it? Actually, we're going to be facing this kind of serious test, and probably in our own life. So either we will, so how can we move to the next phase, which is really learn how to cooperate globally? And we're far from it. We're far from it. But actually, I am confident in the capacity of human beings to overcome this. Actually, in a sense, that's going to be an interesting part of probably of our lives. Yeah.